Are crickets the only one showing up to your launch or your release or your vulnerable share online? Well, I'm here to tell you that that's okay. I say this because I've experienced this many times, more than I am going to admit here. Do not personalize it to think that it means something about you. This is how we get better. This is how we get the best product or service to deliver to our clients. I was reminded of this recently when I worked on an offering for weeks, thinking, yes, this is it. This is going to change the world. Only to get no response and no interest, no purchases, etc. But rather than personalize it, which I used to do, and let that stop me in my tracks, allow the doubt and the fear, even the embarrassment and shame to take over, I instead took action. I emotionally detached from the outcome and the results, and instead got curious and experimented with how this could improve, how this could be different, how I could re-release it into the world that might be a little more resonant or a little more successful. I dove into research on how I could do this. I watched YouTube videos, I read books to gather ideas on how I could step into possibility. And so I'm currently in the midst of revamping that offering so that it lands a little better the next time around. And I think this is where creatives and soul-led businesses get stuck the most, is that they internalize and personalize the perceived failure or the offering that didn't quite land or sell, or the thing that you shared that didn't get any likes or comments. And that prevents us from you taking action. That dead end, that disappointment stops you from doing anything beyond that thing. It may even get you to abandon the ideas completely because you think that it doesn't have any value or that it will never work out. But if we emotionally detach from the outcome, from the results, from the expectations, then we can reframe those experiences as experiments and get curious on why it didn't work, rather than thinking we're doing something wrong, or that nobody wants what we have to offer, or that we're not good enough or skilled enough to be successful with this offering. To frame it as, why didn't this work? And let's explore ways that we could make this work. Let's open ourselves to the possibilities without judgment and without fear. And this is something I was reminded of recently as I was working on this offering and it came to a dead end. A friend of mine said, all of these no's that you're coming up against and that you're exploring, while they are frustrating, are leading you to the thing that will work for you and for your clients. Thank you, friend. I'm of the philosophy that rejection is redirection, and that the more no's you get, the more dead ends you come across, you will eventually find what will work and what will succeed. So don't get caught in the loop of imperfection or waiting for the right time to be skilled enough, to be good enough, to even get permission to do the thing that you want to do, but instead view it through the lens of taking action, revising, reviewing, iterating, and trying again. And don't abandon your ideas too quickly, because without revision, review, and iteration over an extended period of time and with consistency, it's impossible to know whether that thing will be successful or not. So give yourself a break, get a little curious, and start taking action, experimenting with what is possible. Don't let the dead ends and disappointments stop you in your tracks. Instead, allow them to fuel your way forward. So I hope this video was inspiring for you. And until next time, my soul-led friends, stay curious, and we'll see you soon.